Hey guys, welcome. I'm Jana, and I got a request today to use the Flutter palette from Ensley Reign. Super excited. I haven't used this since I first did my video with it, and I've only got to do one look, so I'm very excited to use it again. And I was also asked to do more wearable color looks, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So when I do more wearable looks, I don't usually go in like with a black to do like a deep outer corner. I might go in very, very lightly or maybe mix the black with another color that I'm using. But for the most part, I like to keep it light and low. So I do still want to define my eyes and my lashes. So I'm going to take a smudger brush and I'm going to go into the black, which is Echo. And then I'm just going to go right along my lash line. And I find when I do this first, by the time I get my mattes on, my shimmers on, it will still give me some definition, but without it being very really bold. And I'm just going to bring a little bit low down here, not a whole lot. And then just rubbing it into the lashes. Now I'm going to tap into Orchard Orange. And again, I'm going to be going in with a brush that's kind of medium. And you know what, let me get up. All right, so we can kind of see the difference. This one is a really big fluffy brush. This is the Rephr 27. This one that I'm getting ready to use is the Sydney Grace. Oh boy, I've used this so much I've actually rubbed the lettering off of it. And it's in cursive. Cindy Grace, I need big, bold numbers over here. All right, guys, I'm going to put the number on the screen because I think it says 9, but I'm not really positive. And then this is a small Cindy Grace brush. This one is, I believe this one's 13. So we got 13. I believe this one's 9. I will put it on the screen. And then this is a rougher. So you guys can kind of see the difference. So I'm kind of going with a medium. It's still kind of small, but it's fluffy, so I can really fluff it out. And I did also just do a video similar to this. It was with Ensley Reign's Flower Moon. So if you guys would like to see that, I'll link it below. But as you can see, I'm adding the orange and it's already starting to cover that black up. So it's not going to be quite as intense. And I'm starting low and working my way up. And then I will also do deeper outer corners, just not super bold. I actually, if you saw my last video, duping the Adept Emo palette, that second look, oh my gosh, I'm like seriously obsessed with it. It may be one of my favorite looks I have ever done. And I think it's because I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone. That palette has like pastel shades in it. It also has like some deepening like brown and black, but it has this like almost bronzed color. But you're pairing it with basically like pastel matte, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love the way it turned out. I'll link that one below also if you guys want to check it out. But I feel like that is also pretty wearable, even though I did go in a little bit with brown and deepen up the outer corner. But I kept it low. That was the one thing I did keep it low. All right, I was hoping this orange was going to show up a little bit more. Trying to pack it, but I'm going to go with the Sydney Grace 04. I love these Sydney Grace brushes. Like, I love them more than my rougher ones. They're just very soft, and I just love the size and the shape. And I'll link them down below for you guys if you want to check them out. I don't have any type of commission with anything, so it's just down there so you guys can check it out if you want. All right, now we're going to go into Pixie Petal, and this is like a thicker formula, and it's pretty bold. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take it on my fingers and kind of just dab it. And you can see how much it came off on both. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom on the mobile part. and then get the majority of it off. And then I'm going to just slowly work my way up. Okay. And going back into that orange and just bringing it back up. Okay, I may be going into a deeper one on this one because for me, you could see on this side where the orange is, it looks lighter than the pink. I personally do not like that. I mean, if you guys like it, you can go ahead and stop here. But I think we are going. All right. I could go in with the purple too. Yeah, these bottom shimmers, they're just so light and they're beautiful. So, what to do, what to do when things don't go like they're planned. All right, I was going to use this one in the next look, so that's why I didn't really want to use it in this one, but I think we need it. So this is what we're going to do. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in the orange. I was hoping the orange was going to come off a little bit more bold, but kind of it's kind of like a transition color, which isn't bad. All right, so we're just going to use the orange as a transition then. And now we're going with Wisp. And we're going to tap. Oh yeah, that's what we needed. Okay, and I'm going to start at the bottom and just work my way up. Much better. Spoiler alert, I'm using Wisp in the next look. Much, much better. Okay. And then I'm just keeping it low. Just keeping it low out here. I'm not taking it up all the way to the transition. So you can see it when it's closed, but when my eye is open, you cannot really see it that well. And then I'm just going in with number 4 I used on the bottom, the lower lash line. Okay, much, much, much better. All right, I'm just going to tap in a little bit more because looks like I missed some right here. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't know, maybe I should just leave it. Oh, what the heck. All right, I'm going to go with Moonflower. And I'm going to tap it over this purple. And then blending it into the first one. And just keeping it on the mobile lid. I love these bluer shimmers in here. I mean, it's showing up more because I have that purple base under it, but if you did not have a dark base under it, they're just so translucent with just a hint of color. Oh yeah. Okay, much happier, much happier. All right, I took the pads off because I kind of wanted to see what I wanted to do. Because when I do more wearable color looks, on the lower lash line, I don't like to go in with a whole bunch of color. I think just keeping it light and simple um, just gives it more of a wearable look. So I just tapped in. So I just tapped into Wisp. And I'm just going to go out here on the lower or the outer corner. And then back with the number 4 Cindy Grace brush. And then just blending this out. All right. Much, much happier with that. All right, inner corner. All right, for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with the diamond with the Diamond Moon Dust. I have no idea what shade this is because it just says sample on the bottom of it. But it's just a very pretty pink to yellow shift. So I think that'll go good with this look. And then I'm just gonna take a pencil brush. I poured a little bit in here, not very much, in the cap, and I'm gonna spray it. Okay, and if this is too much, you can just go in with a very like neutral inner corner, something that's not too bold, but I love the way this looks. All right, for a blush, I'm gonna go with Milani's Petal Primavera. And then a little tip to keep it more wearable is if you just want to go in easy on a blush, but I love me a good glowy cheek. So I'm going to be going in with Cleona and Emily Violet Marie's. And this is the shade Tropico. And I'm just going to go in with the big fluffy brush, just kind of tapping and shaking off a little excess. Ooh, it is glowy. All right, we're going to calm it down just a tad. So I'm going to go back in with the blush. All right, guys, I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is the final look. Even though it didn't go as planned, I do love the way it turned out. Actually, I am kind of glad it didn't go as I had planned because it kind of gave you guys an idea of like what I do. Like when I have something in my mind, but it's not quite turning out the way I want, just keep playing with it and just keep trying stuff. I decided to go in with the purple because the pink I figured would go with that purple a little bit better. I didn't want to go with the black because it would have made it too bold. Let me tell you what I finished off with. For the lower lash line, I went in with Baby Pink from Moya Cosmetics. For lip liner, I went in with Curious from Essence. And also BFF2 from ColourPop. Went in with Sweet Talk from Dose of Colors. And topped it with Pollen from an Earthly. It's like my favorite lip gloss for spring. All right, guys, let's go on to the next look. All right, guys, before we get started on the next look, today is Friday, March 28th, and the new Ensley Reign palette just dropped. And I'm so excited. Bekah Joe here on YouTube, the Makeup Tax Lady, got a code. So I'm going to put it up here. If you guys want to use it and support her channel, I know she's going to greatly appreciate that. I am going to be ordering on payday, and I am definitely going to be using her code. All right, for today's look, I'm going to go in with Wisp, and then we're going to go in with, Sylph. All right, for this look, as you can see, I've put it on, and what I want to do is on this side, on the corner, I want to keep it dark. And then as I'm blending, I'm going to bring it in, just kind of flicking it in, and then flicking it back this way. I don't want to bring it all the way into the entire eye. I'm going maybe 2/3 of the way in. But what I want to do is I want it light here and then kind of medium here and then darker here. Because we're going to go in with that shimmer, and it has basically like it's not translucent, but it's very, very light. So as we bring the shimmer on here, it'll just be the shimmer. And then as it gets darker, you can kind of see how the matte will change how the shimmer looks. And I'm not really bringing it into my crease. I'm kind of just bringing it right up under my brow bone. Now I'm going to go in with this Small Dose of Colors brush, just like I did before. And I'm going to tap into Wisp. And I should say that I actually have that fly. He's just always loves to make an appearance in every video. I have videos. One is, I think it's called The Magic of Brushes or something like that. I'll link in the description, the videos that I talk about in this video, and then also at the end of the video, I'll link some up on the screen. But it's basically, I show you how I use different size brushes with just one mat, how each brush can make the same exact mat look different. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll link it below. I also have a playlist of tips and tricks. I'll link that. I'm just going to go with the small one and we're going to tap into Wisp. Sorry, I'm rambling. My brain's just kind of scrambled today. And then we're going to keep this on the outer corner. I'm not bringing it in too far. Again, I want to keep it deep out here, and then as it comes in, I want it to get lighter. And then I'm just going back in with that first brush, and I'm just flicking it towards the center. I'm just kind of like scooping it in, like we're sweeping the dirt out of our house. All right. Let's see, I think I want to blend it just a little bit more because I don't want it quite so harsh right here. So I'm just kind of doing circular motions just to blend it out a little bit more. All right, much better. But I don't know, it just intrigues me how one shade can look so different, really blended out or really built up. All right, now I'm going to go into Sylph. And it really is just such a light, beautiful shimmer. Oh, I love these. And you can kind of see like right here where it's really translucent, it just has the sparkles. And then as it moves, you can just see how much darker it gets. That's why I just absolutely love those shadows. Now you can leave it here if you want to keep it light, but I'm going to add a little bit more. So I'm going to go with the fluffy brush and I'm going to spray it. And just give it a tad bit more impact. And if you want to keep it more of like a wearable color, I would just keep the shimmer down and not bring it up so high. You know, everybody's just kind of different on how they like to wear color. Some people just like to do, you know, light. Some like to keep it light and add a ton load of shimmer like I do. I love it. It's so pretty. And then for the bottom, I'm just going to take a clean, like small brush, the Sydney Grace 4. And then I'm just going to buff this out just a little bit. Not bringing it in too far, just keeping it on the outer side. All right, I'm going to try a little something different for blush today. I'm going to go in with Exothermic from Phytosurgence. All right, I'm going to go into the Spring Magic blush palette. All right, I'm going to go with Crystal. All right, and for the inner corner, I'm going to go with Mystic Meadow. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I love how it turned out. This is just like an easy spring look for me. I absolutely love it. And let me tell you what I finished off with. For the lower lash line, I went with Lavender from LA Colors. For lip liner, I went with ColourPop's BFF2 and Unearthly's Cafe. Went in with Morning from Unearthly and Gargoyle Gloom also from Unearthly. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I'm going to link Bekah Jo's code below. All the videos I talked about in the video will be linked in the description. I will also pop some videos up on the screen at the end. No, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you guys have any more suggestions for palettes to use or any suggestions on how to use them, let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. But I hope to see you again. So be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.